The search for Kalamazoo Public Schools' next superintendent continues.
Tonight, the Board of Education hosted their second part of the first round of candidate interviews. The search comes after former Superintendent Rita Rashaldri's resignation last December. We heard from 3 of the 6 candidates on Tuesday. Tonight, the board questioned Johnny Edwards, the Assistant Superintendent of Operations for Portage Public Schools, who has more than 20 years of experience in K-12 schools in Michigan, along with Dr. Darren Slade, the Deputy Superintendent of the Hazelwood Public School District in Missouri, and Dr. Stephanie Jones, the Chief Officer for the Office of Diverse Learner Supports and Services for Chicago Public Schools. Community members have shared some of their concerns amid the search for a new superintendent, including graduation rates and barriers to education, which all 3 candidates addressed during tonight's Q&A.
Well, we want to invite them back into the high school with a warm welcome, regardless of the fact that they formally may have dropped out. But when they come back, our counselors should have a graduation audit that shows them their path to graduation. We have to provide them with access to resources in our community that we may not necessarily provide in the school to help them with those barriers that prohibit them from attaining a high school graduation.
You look at the data, you look at specific school data, you talk to the people who work in the school, specifically teachers, counselors, you talk about why do you think students are dropping out. You make sure you address all the academic issues that cause students to drop out. Sometimes students drop out because they don't feel like they can do the work. So you make sure that you put academic supports in place at the early stages, elementary school, so students feel confident as they matriculate through school and they don't drop out.
Really looking into what are our current practices, our curriculum, the options that have been available, that are available to our students, and looking at what can we do before we reach out to students. We want to make sure that what the conditions that they might have experienced, that's not something we're asking them to return back to, and that we have additional options for our students that will lead to their success.
Tonight's candidates were all asked the same series of questions that the board asked Tuesday's candidates, including how they plan to monitor and adjust the district improvement plan, attract and retain staff amid a nationwide shortage, and handle unsafe student behaviors.
When I came into the school, we were able to establish some school-wide discipline practices. We were able to substantially decrease the number of referrals, office discipline referrals, which is what leads to a consequence. We were also able to decrease the number of fights in our school as well. At the same time, we increased our student achievement, which also led to higher student enrollment. That work around having a school-wide system, that work around restorative practices, is work that I am definitely grounded in.
The key to reducing suspensions really is just building relationships. You have to know your students. You have to care about your students. Your students have to see you as family. And it can't be one person. It can't just be the superintendent. It can't just be the director of secondary education. It has to be the whole organization. And that's another thing that it can't be optional. It has to be required.
It can be focused on what's actually happening in the classroom and in our buildings and outside of our buildings. And that there's a lot of research that shares that when students are engaged, you see a decrease in behaviors. So it's really going to be focused on looking at what instructional practices as well as our curriculum framework have we adopted, or do we identify there's some areas that we can improve in order to see a decrease. And so my experience has been with launching a massive curriculum, we have seen an increase in students' performance academically, attendance increase, graduation increase, as well as a decrease in discipline.
The second round of interviews is scheduled tentatively for early next month. For a closer look at all 6 candidates, just head to our website at fox17online.com.